Britain and France have become embroiled in a war of words over migrants crossing the English Channel. The French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin said in a tweet that France will not tolerate breaking maritime laws or financial blackmail from the UK. This came after the British Home Office suggested that it would begin turning around small boats making the crossing back into French waters. Darmanin's British counterpart Priti Patel also threatened Britain could withhold part of the €62 million it promised France earlier this year to fund policing and patrols on its northern coast. A record 13,500 migrants have crossed the Channel in small boats this year. Our reporter in London, Ty Genwright, has more.
It's not often you hear allegations of blackmail, financial or otherwise, between next-door neighbours and old traditional allies. So that gives you a sense of just how serious this spat is. I guess the real risk here is also that it damages the relationship underpinning this cooperation on this important issue of trying to prevent people traffickers from facilitating these migrants from heading off on these dangerous journeys across the border. This latest escalation all coming out of a meeting yesterday between the French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin, pointing out, as he put it, that Britain's financial commitments must be respected. What he's referring to there is that €62 million deal between Britain and France, in which Britain pays France to help police its northern coastline. At that meeting yesterday, Priti Patel, the Home Secretary here, sought France's extra cooperation, extra efforts to stop the surge in numbers which has been happening of migrants seeking to make the journey in that way. France saying that the success of this deal was never going to be measured on numbers alone. But what it has done is also expose differing approaches, differing attitudes on this. Paris saying that its top priority is to save life at sea, no matter what nationality those lives are, but Britain saying its priority is to stop these crossings. But I have to say, it is typical of the kind of rhetoric we've come to expect from Priti Patel, who is on the far right of the ruling Conservative Party here. Frequently here we hear these kind of draconian plans briefed to morning newspapers, only to hear later in the day them watered down by other officials in her department. And that's what's happened again here today. Home Office officials saying that this would only really be practical in a very limited set of circumstances.